Hey, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching this particular broadcast. Out to these Poser here, your voice manager, and I come to unmute the voice of women who have been silent for way too long. Listen, I am man. I had to take a day off yesterday. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. Ow. Yes, my baby sister. Oh, yesterday was my sister's birthday, and then also the girls are getting ready for it's musical time. Boom, boom, boom. So they literally have they're doing Grease this weekend, and I'm excited. It's Tech Week, so they're getting home mega late and all types of other stuff. So just trying to make sure that the house is together and everything when they get home. Because I know when they come in like a whirlwind, y'all. Good morning, Stevie. They come in like a whirlwind, y'all. So I got to make sure that the house is kind of together. But I'm super excited about all of the wonderful things that have been going on. And, I took some time, just some quiet time for myself. How many of you take quiet time throughout your day? I mean, like deliberate quiet time, not you fell asleep at your desk. Good morning. Hey, AD, how are you? How many of you take some on purpose quiet time? Not we fell asleep at the desk. Not we went to the car and took a nap. No. Some on purpose quiet time. And as I'm doing more and more in my business and doing more and more in my brand, I find that it's very valuable for me to take some quiet time every day. Go to my secret place. And for some people, that's your secret place in prayer. For some people, it's your secret place where you just go and you sit calmly. For some, it's you take a bath. For some, whatever that is for you. There should be something that you're doing every single day that is just quiet time. It's just time where you're not on your phone, you're not talking to anybody, you're just sitting. And I found that for me, in those moments where I actually just sit still, I get the most downloads. Am I the only one? I get the most downloads. I get creative ideas. I'm sitting there and then like something will pop in my head, and then I'll send a message once my quiet time is done. But I also wanted to encourage you that if you're not doing your quiet time, that you're missing out if you said that you wanted to be repositioned for success. Because what we've realized is that in our day, we connect with so many different people. And this is the aha for somebody. We connect with so many different people. And then every time we connect with someone, there's a piece of them that comes with us. I hope y'all put that. The reason why, when you go into the grumpy employees section of the room, and afterwards you feel like, you feel like they're like you just can't get yourself together, it's because every time we interact with someone, we are taking a piece of their personality. Every time we go and we connect with another coach or another entrepreneur, we're taking a piece of their personality. And it's only in that quiet time that we put ourselves in a space of being able to clear out our head and decipher what's our mind and what somebody else's. Come on. Come on. Exactly, right, Michael? Those people, those ones. We have to decipher between if it's our mindset or if it's somebody else's mindset. I'll even go so far as to say, is it my dream or is it somebody else's dream that they've put inside of me? I'm about to take y'all to a whole other another level. Good morning. I'm about to take y'all to a whole other another level this morning. When you are pregnant, and as a woman, when a woman is pregnant, there is something that is added to her to make the baby a baby, to make it a okay. I don't have to do the whole birds and bees discussion with you guys because I believe that you have that understanding. But yet, you'll go and allow people to impregnate you with their negativity, impregnate you with their lies, impregnate you with their listen, their fears, their destroyed dreams. You allow people to go and put that on the inside of you because that's what's on the inside of them. And so not only do we have to have this time where we can cleanse everything out and we go to our secret place, but now we got to also protect my space. I need y'all to say that this morning. That is your affirmation for today. Going throughout the rest of this quarter, the rest of this year, I will protect. Thank you for sharing. I will protect my space. Protecting my space is important because what happens is, as an entrepreneur, as a mother, as a father, as a husband, as a wife, when I choose not to protect my space, what ends up happening is that I literally open myself up to what somebody else is carrying. Y'all better come on. Y'all better come on this morning. Come on. Exactly. They're depositing something that wasn't meant for us. They're carrying something that isn't necessarily even meant for them. Come on. Y'all better catch it this morning. Hey, Latanya. Hey, Latanya, how are you, sis? They are carrying something that is not necessarily for them. And so by you being in that space, they deposited it into you. And so when they came to you and they gossiped about Susie, they were gossiping about Susie, but they were impregnating you with a negative mindset about Susie. And you don't even know Susie. Somebody fitting to catch this morning. Good morning, Nikisha. I need y'all to have this understanding. Is they went and they impregnated you with something about somebody else that you didn't even know nothing about, that you didn't even need to know anything about. And so I have to protect my space. I have to protect my mind. I have to protect my heart. I got to protect my dream. You are pregnant with a purpose. And being repositioned for success means that throughout my day, there has to be a moment where I just sit back and I say, I need to clear everything out. I need to just breathe. I don't need to pay. I might need some essential oils. I need something to just go ahead and just sit in peace. Because see, this is the thing. People are happy to deposit their chaos in your life. I don't know if y'all caught that. See, being repositioned for success, I'm not accepting your chaos. But people are happy to deposit chaos into your life because they figure if they deposit it into your life, it makes the load lighter for them. And so you have that person that may always have something going on. You got to go back to them and say, listen, I understand this is what you have going on. So let's pray, or let me set you in straight. Let me give you a scripture. Let me pray over you. But I can't accept that. I'm not accepting anything that you deposit that is not going to bring forth the dream that I have on the inside of me. I'm not going to do it. And so I have to get into the habit of taking some time for me. Come on. I got to get into the habit of taking some time for me. I got to get into the habit of taking myself away from everything. And so yesterday I wasn't live. I went live last night in the group, but I did not go live. I stayed off of social media pretty much for the majority of the day, except for when we did our summit and when I did the What You Got Wednesday. But that was it. And I took some time to just sit. And in sitting, I met with my team. We got some things together, but I just took the time to sit. Can I tell you something? Some of you, it's not that you don't have peace in your life. It's that the peace is being overrun by the chaos from everybody else. It's not that you don't have peace in your life. I realize I have peace. I have complete and utter peace in my life. Like I am so I'm overjoyed. Come on. Come on. I have peace in my life. And people don't understand it. I have joy. I laugh at stuff that probably shouldn't be funny. Cause that's me. I go and I listen and I just sit with my kids and I can listen to their day. I have peace. And when I feel like somebody is coming and they're coming with something that is not peace, I feel it ahead of time. And I'm just like, whoo, I can't. I want my peace. My peace is valuable. So I got to get into that space of just clearing it all out. I got to get into my secret space. But I can tell you something. Your secret space is where you rejuvenate your dreams. Come on. I don't know if y'all caught that this morning. All right, let's talk about it, Kendall. I don't know if you feel that. Our secret space is where we rejuvenate our dreams. See, you thought, this is gonna catch somebody off guard, but you thought that you had to be around a bunch of people in order for you to get that rejuvenation for your dream. But that's not it. See, there's a point where you'll meet the right person and it will make your baby jump. Y'all better come on. I don't have to be around everybody. Because see, that's not making your baby jump, that's making your baby nervous. That's giving your baby bad nerves. You don't have to be around everybody, but there's a certain person for you to be around, and it will make your baby jump. It will make your dream jump. It will make something on the inside of you sustainable. It will make something on the inside of you literally go and be on fire. But the thing that happens is that we're so crowded with the people that are draining us. We're so surrounded by noise. We're so surrounded by chaos that the person that is supposed to come and meet up with you to make your baby jump can't get in. Come on. The people that are literally supposed to be connected to you, they can't get to you because of all the stuff that's on the outside. Come on. It's where you rejuvenate your dream. It's where you go ahead and you look back at your notebooks and you say, man, I remember when I said I wanted to write that book. Whatever happened to that? See, we get so caught up in trying to tell everybody what we're doing. He didn't tell you to tell everybody what you're doing. Sometimes you just got to go back and retell yourself. Mm. Somebody, that's what you need. That's what you needed today. Is you need to go and tell yourself what the dream was. Before you tell another soul, before you post another thing on Facebook, before you post another thing online, you need to go back to you and tell you what the dream was. Because he didn't forget. I don't know if y'all caught that. Because God didn't forget the dream. You forgot the dream. And so you need to go back to that and recommit yourself to your dream. And so you got to sit and say, okay, I remember when I wrote this. I go back through your notebooks, go back through the index cards you got sitting around and say, wow, I remember this. Rekindle that fire. Before you go and post anything else or tell another soul, tell yourself the dream. It's in that secret place that you're able to tell yourself the dream. Because sometimes you got to wait until you're in your private space to tell yourself the dream. Because when you're not in your private space, there's so much noise coming at you. There's so many opinions coming at you. There's so much negativity coming at you that you can't hear yourself think, let alone hear your own voice. Let alone hear your own voice. You got to get back to that secret space. And as an entrepreneur, There should be a space where you sit every day and look at your business and look at your dream and say, wow, am I living in the dream that I wrote down on paper? Because everybody got an opinion. How many of y'all know that? Everybody got 2 cents that they willing to lend you. They ain't got a couple dollars, but they got 2 cents. They ain't got a couple dollars, but they got 2 cents. Everybody got they 2 cents that they're willing to lend you. But that's the noise. That's the chaos. That's the people talking in your ear about you doing a dream that they never even lived through. It's them telling you stuff about you taking a step that they're scared to take themselves. Come on. Whew, Latanza. There are thieves waiting to hear your dream to make it their dream. There is someone, hey Kelly, there is somebody who is literally waiting because they can't. And this is the thing, they're waiting on you to tell your next move because they don't have a plan. They don't have a plan. They don't have an idea. They haven't gotten and sit down and gotten a direct connection and said, okay, God, where is it you want me to go? They haven't done any of that. So literally, they looking for what's your next move? Well, what's she about to do? Well, what he doing? Well, when I figure out what he doing, then I just do that too. Oh, he doing this? Let me do that too. See, this is the thing. There's a difference between legitimately finding out information that is going to be valuable for your clients and customers, finding out information that is going to be valuable for your business and your services. But there's something totally different when your dream is not your own. Come on. Come on. Exactly, right? There's a problem when your dream is not your own. And I found that out that there's so many people right now, their dream is not even their own. What they're living in is not even their dream. And then you get to a point where now I have done all of this work for something that I don't even love. See, people ask, how do you stay focused? How do you stay on track? You reposition your mind for success by taking time to just sit and be still. By taking the time to just sit and be still. We want to post, we want to engage, we want to talk. I get that. But at some point, it becomes you doing things and you not really getting the traction because you're doing it out of habit or necessity, but you're not doing it because it's leading you somewhere. You're on the merry-go-round. You're on this merry-go-round. You're on this hamster wheel attempting to go somewhere. And you're like, well, I'm moving. Come on. Come on. I'm moving. Good morning, Maria. I haven't seen you in a while, sis. I'm moving, but are you gaining traction? Are you actually moving somewhere sustainable? Oh, good morning, Antoinette. Are you actually moving? This is the thing. I oh, mm. Are you actually moving and taking a step to something that can hold you? Because a lot of times we are not taking steps to move towards something that can hold us. We're moving because we think that we have to move. We have to be seen as moving. We're throwing things out there because we have to be seen as doing something. But let me tell you something, busy work is not productive. And so sometimes we need to just sit. Sometimes we need to sit within ourselves. Sometimes we need to sit within our just us by ourselves. No listening to anybody else at the moment. Just sit. Sometimes that sitting will allow you to dream again. Come on. It'll allow you to dream again. Some of you have been saying, look, you've been looking at yourself the last few weeks. You've been looking at yourself the last few years, and you're like, I don't even dream anymore. I get messages where people are just like, I don't even know what I want to do anymore. Because I've dealt with this hurt. I've dealt with that hurt. I've gone from this place to this space, from that community to this community. I've gone from here to there. And I've literally gone and sat in spaces where the information was great, but I didn't feel no peace. Come on. Man, you gotta have that understanding. I love my peace. Look, Maria, look, I love my peace. I love my peace. We were looking at the summit this year and saying, oh my goodness, the summit has been going so much smoother. I love peace. Peace makes you smile, it makes you happy. Oh, I love it. And when I got that peace, I literally, at just taking that, just the simplest of times and sitting still. Come on. It's not about the quantity. It's not about the quantity. I had people go, but what about, this and other people are doing this and you should be doing it. I love my peace. It's not to say that there's times where I don't have to push myself out of my comfort zone. I always have to every day I push myself out of my comfort zone. But I love my peace. I love it. Come on. Ooh, Latanza. Searching instead of seeking. We have to seek God for the plan and purpose instead of searching out. Oh, come on. Instead of searching out for this anything, I want my stuff to be deliberate. Come on. I need my stuff to be deliberate. I need my time to be deliberately spent. I need my peace of mind. I need my moments to be moments where it's clarity. It's so interesting, but because I go and I've shifted and repositioned my mind for success, I'm not just shifting my mind for success for me. Y'all better catch that. When I repositioned my mind for success, I did not just reposition my mind for me. I repositioned my mind for every person that was going to ever see one of my videos. I repositioned my mind for my children. I repositioned my mind for every client that I am going to connect with. I repositioned my mind for every opportunity, for every stage I will sit on. I repositioned my mind for everything that I say yes to. Why? Because every time I open my mouth, I am planting seeds and I call forth a harvest, not just in my life, but in the life of wherever I am planting. That is different. And trust and believe you're going to come across a whole lot of speakers that do not feel that way. Come on, they come just because of a dollar amount, not because they want to see you shifted and changed. They come just because you are a number that they can add to their numbers. I did so many things different within our membership. Man, they looking at me like, what? Wait a minute. I don't see this in any other membership. No, you're not going to. The only time you'll see it in another membership if it's somebody who is literally wanting to see you succeed. Be careful. Be careful of who you sit under. Be careful of who you sit next to. Be careful of what you ingest and digest. Be careful. Be careful. Because when you find that you've been spending so much time chasing down people, you're chasing down whatever they're connected to. Oh, come on. Y'all better come on. Woo-wee. When I'm chasing down people, I'm chasing down whatever they're connected to. And so if I'm chasing them down, I'm chasing down what they're connected to. If their connections don't line up with my values, come on, come on. If their values aren't lining up with my values, then that's why we in the same space we was in before. That's why 2020 is starting to look like 2019 all over again. Look, Maria said it. Be careful of the foolishness you follow. And so it wasn't until all of these things started to shift for me that it shifted from my clients, it shifted from my business, it shifted from my family. And I'm thankful. I'm so thankful because in the moment when it was shifting for me to start taking more time for myself, I fought against it because that was not what was being taught to me. What was being taught to me was show up everywhere all the time. What was being taught to me was show up everywhere all the time and with this mindset and show up and do this and show up and do that. And this is the thing is that I found myself showing up and getting nothing out of it. And I'm not even talking about I'm not even talking about financially. I mean literally getting nothing out of it. I was not converting people. I was alone in a conference full of people. Alone. Look, Latanya says some connections will disconnect you from your ooh. Mm. Everything that looks good sounds good is not good for you. Come on, it's not always for you. And so, how many of you have gone and done speaking events and you haven't converted a soul? How many of you gone and done events and you're not seeing any changes in your how many of you are going live and you're not seeing any changes and you're trying to figure out just what is going on here? And a lot of times it's because who are you spending time sitting with you to see if this is really the dream for you? Hmm. Are you sitting it? This is the thing. I understand that live stream was for me because it pushed me out of my comfort zone, yes, but it allowed me uh, to connect with people. But it came from me sitting with myself and saying, okay, I'm going to tell my story. And I'm not telling my story for a dollar amount per se. I'm telling my story because it'll help somebody else. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. When you spend that time with yourself, God will give you confirmation. When you spend that time in His Word, when you spend that time just sitting in His presence, when you spend that time, He will give you confirmation. And the confirmations will come from other people when you're doing what it is that He's asked you to do. And so, literally, I had people who I started to tell my story on Periscope in 2015, 2016. And I had a woman who hopped on my morning press literally live, and it was 6:30 for me. It was 3:30 for her because she was on the West Coast. And it was 3:30 in the morning, and literally she was up because her kitten got stuck underneath the sink. Who kitten getting stuck under the sink at 3 o'clock in the morning? How'd you get under there? Go to bed. In my mind, that was my mind. That's what I was thinking. But So she was on my live and we were talking about not talking to our family members, and not talking to someone because of a disconnect. There's a reason why we haven't been speaking to people. It was a message that I downloaded in my quiet time. I was bringing it to the people during my morning press, and she literally was like, she started talking. Now, mind you, on Periscope, I can't see her. She can see me. I don't even know who this woman was. I don't even know how she got to my message that morning. But in that morning, we talked about it, and then she started to cry, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm crying right now." She said, "But I'm thinking about it, that in all of this time, everything I've dealt with, that's the one thing I have not done was cry." What's the title of my first book? Title of the first book is It's Okay to Cry. That was my confirmation, my aha. It's crazy. But you won't get any further if you're not spending that time with just you. Spend that time, it's just you. And then allow yourself to go and connect. Because I can tell you something. God will put in your spirit who's supposed to be with you, who ain't supposed to be with you on this journey. God will put in your spirit and their spirit who is supposed to line up with you and who is supposed to move away. And he will line it all up. And so I know the pull on my heart when I was supposed to remove myself from certain situations and I didn't. But I knew that pull was there. I felt that pull. And that was in a time where I wasn't spending much time with myself and spending enough time just sitting in his presence. That was in a time where I wasn't doing all of that. But that it something pulls on you and you're just like, it's not working for me. I don't know what's not, something doesn't feel right. Right? We got that intuition. Come on. AD said, I started to give up until people started coming up to me and expressing how they love my message. Exactly. No comments, no likes, and they don't even follow you, but they are watching you. They are watching you. They are listening to your message. They're listening. I have people who are like, I've been watching you for years. I told y'all last week I had somebody who reached out and all I did was congratulate them on a new role on LinkedIn. And they were like, I've been watching you for 2 years. And your core values of showing up in who we are, who we serve, and how we serve is the reason why I started my business. Like, that's crazy. But it's consistency. And in order for me to be consistent, I have to have those moments where I sit just in my own space. I sit by myself. I'm not trying to clamor and be underneath anybody else because it's in that space that prepares me for moments where I'm moving and I got to move in spite of. It energizes me to move in spite of what was said, in spite of what was done. Come on, I don't know. I've had things happen. Life is not easy, guys. Life is not perfect. But when you take that time just for you, you'll come back energized. You'll come back and you'll have some more creative ideas. You'll come back and you'll sit down and say, oh my goodness, yes, I love this, this, and this. Let's do this, this, and this. And guess what? Write the vision and he will send somebody to run with it. Guys, come on. Not a problem, Maria. I need you to have that understanding though, because it comes over time. It's not automatic. It's not overnight. It's not like we sit down and we just call them up. Hey, so what you doing? What you need me to do? What we doing next? No, no, no. Sometimes I just got to be still. But it's in those moments where I am still. It is in those moments where I sit down with myself that I can be honest with myself. Because sometimes we're not even honest with ourselves about things that aren't working. We can be honest with ourselves about what we're doing. We can be honest with ourselves about the fears, the struggles. We got to look at what we wrote down. So I need y'all to go back and live with your dream a little bit today. I need you to sit in that secret place today. I need you to sit, even if that means listen. And listen. I'm good for sitting on the floor and doing some work on the floor. Have my index cards, my notebook, my laptop, and be on the floor doing work. If that's what you need, then do that. But take some time today to sit with your dream. Take some time today to just sit down with a pen and a paper. No distractions. Phone on do not disturb. And just sit. There's value in your space. There really is. There's value in your space. You may not understand why your business is going the way it's going. Have you sat down and just sat and thought about it? Have you sat and just wrote things out? Have you sat and just listened to yourself about your business? Sometimes it can be the simplest of things, but because we have so much chaos and noise, everybody wants to talk to us. Everybody wants to give advice. Everybody wants to tell us how good we are, how bad we are. Sometimes everybody's telling us how good we are, but we're telling ourselves how bad we are. Get back to that secret space. Come on. Everybody's telling us how bad we are, and we agreeing with them. Or everybody's telling us how good we are, and we can't see what they see. Get back to that private time. So your homework for today is you definitely have to get back to that prayer time. That's what you need to do for yourself today. I don't care what else you got on your timeline. I don't care what else you got on your schedule. Sorry, not sorry, but I need you to sit down with you today. Make a date with you. Take you out, do a detox bath, do a bath. I need you to spend time with you today. Go take yourself out. Go have time with you. Go sit down and eat by yourself today. Do y'all know that that's one of the strangest feelings in the world is that we get nervous about going somewhere by ourselves. And not even for the safety reason, but we feel like, oh, somebody better catch this. We feel like if someone sees us alone, that they will judge us according to what they see in that moment. Can I tell y'all something? It's going to be a simple 2 words. It's going to be simple. I need y'all to catch this ministry in your shanana. So what? So what? So what if they see you eating by yourself? So what if they see you going to a movie by yourself? So what? So what if they see you at a restaurant with a plate of food and a notebook and a pen? So what? You don't know who you're going to inspire. And because you're scared to look different to a select few, you won't have what you need to help the many that you're supposed to be helping. Come on. Look, Kelly said it. She said, yes, it is true. Some people, even coaches, do not understand your dream, your vision that God laid on your heart. And they will attempt to move you into a different direction. They sure will. They will try to move you into a different direction because they don't see it. They don't know it. They haven't had that time. And if you don't have that time that you spend with self, you'll be quick to follow whatever lead. You'll be quick to go ahead and follow behind each person. That's it. We got things to do. So that's your homework for today. We're not accepting anybody else's chaos. We're not accepting that. We're shutting down the gate on chaos. They can keep that, please and thank you. And we're going to spend some time with self today. We're either going to go and spend some time just sitting with self. We're going to give our listen. I'm going to challenge you, even if that means you got to get some markers, some crayons, and some paper. Draw out your vision. Write out some things today. Go spend that time with you today. No questions asked. Go to a restaurant, sit down, order you something to eat, something to drink, and sit down with your notebook and just write. And just write. Just enjoy the food. We rush through so many different things in our day, in our lives. Just sit and enjoy the moment. Enjoy the space that you're in. And then that's how you reposition yourself, because this is the thing. And it's a word right here. You can't expect anybody to want to spend time with you if you're not willing to spend time with you. That's a whole word. You can't expect anybody to want to spend time with you if you're not willing to spend time with yourself. And I don't mean time with yourself and you on your phone and you on Facebook and you here and you did. No. If you're not willing to spend time with just who you are, if you don't love yourself that much that you can just spend time with you, how do we expect someone else to want to spend time with us? How do we expect somebody else to want to invest in our services? This your day to coach you. Put you on your calendar. I'm so serious. Put you on your calendar. Give yourself an 11 o'clock appointment every day. Coaching with myself. And then don't allow anybody to disrupt that appointment. Come on. Don't allow anybody to disrupt that appointment. You need to learn to be with you so that way you can be the best version of you. That's how we elevate. So I'm excited. Y'all got homework. Put yourself on your calendar today. How are you coaching you? How are you taking you out to eat? Are you having a business meeting with yourself? Like, what are you doing with you today? And don't allow anybody to take you away from that. Put it on your calendar. I'm about to put mine on my calendar right now. And y'all about to see it. I'm a post it so y'all can see it. I'm posting in my stories so y'all can see it. I need you to put yourself on your calendar starting today. Come on. Starting today. Come on. Woo! Stevie said it. God had her sit down 2 weeks this month and just be with you. Because where he's taking us, we have to know ourselves. We have to know our limitations. We have to know how far we can go. We have to know where it is we're trying to go. This is the thing. We know a general direction, and we at least need to know that, and God will direct us along the way. This is the thing. Oh my goodness. This is On the journey that Abraham was on, there was a point where, and I'm not even going, I don't even want to please hold on, because I don't want to misquote it. I don't even want to misquote it. Let me get the exact scripture. But there was a time where um there's a time where Abraham is on this journey. uh there's a time on his journey where Abraham asked his wife to say that she was his sister. Da, 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 da. And I want to make sure that I got the right one that I'm pulling up. Yep, Genesis 12. This gonna help somebody. I don't know if y'all told anybody about this morning, but this gonna help somebody. Cause see, this is the thing. When we don't spend time with ourselves, then we'll allow somebody to give us a label that's not ours. We'll allow somebody else to put something on us that's going to damage our lives, our futures, because they're scared. That's why I said you got, woo, Lord of mercy. Oh, Jesus. Yes, 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 yes. Genesis 12. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man. Okay. Starting at verse 10. Abram in Egypt. Now there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to dwell there. For the famine was severe in the land. And it came to pass when he was close to entering Egypt that he said to Sarai his wife, "Indeed, I know that you are a woman of beautiful countenance. Therefore it will happen when the Egyptians see you that they will say, 'This is his wife,' and they will kill me, but they will let you live. Please say you are my sister, that it may be well with me for your sake, and that I may live because of you." There will be somebody who literally attempts to put a label on you, and you'll go along with it because you're following in their fear. But when you spend that time with yourself, see, I truly understand and believe that if Sarai had been in that moment of she had spent time with herself and God, she would have said, "You don't know who we serve, Abram. Hello, you don't know who we, you don't know who sent us. What you mean? What you going through? What you willing to sacrifice me? Mm, you willing to sacrifice me because you don't believe in the one who sent you." So it was when Abram came into Egypt that the Egyptians saw the woman, that she was very beautiful. The princes of Pharaoh also saw her and commended her to Pharaoh. And the woman was taken to Pharaoh's house. He treated Abram well for her sake. He had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male and female servants, female donkeys, and camels. But the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister? I might have taken her as my wife. Now, therefore, here is your wife. Take her and go away." So Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away with his wife and all that he had. We get to a space and a place when we don't spend that time where we'll accept the label that somebody else places on us. Where we'll accept the fear of someone else. Get back to spending that time so we're not accepting the fear of someone else. And that's Genesis 12:10 through 20. I'm not accepting anybody's. Remember, we said, I'm not accepting anybody's chaos. I'm not accepting your chaos. I'm not accepting your fear. I'm not accepting your low self esteem. I'm not accepting your anxiety. But to catch it, I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting it. You don't know who I serve? It took me a long time to build this relationship with God. It took me a long time. I fought it. You don't know who I serve? Oh, you must don't know who I serve. Yeah, you're not gonna call me somebody's sister, and I'm their wife. You not. I'm a wait. I'm a. You not gonna call me a baby mama. I'm the mother of his children. You're not gonna call me a high school dropout because that's not who I am anymore. You know, whatever it is that they've labeled you with. Spend that time with God. Spend that time in that secret space. Why? Because guess what? You're answering to labels and you're answering to titles that's no longer your title. I don't know who that was for. But you need to ask yourself this morning, am I the sister or the wife? Am I the brother or the husband? What label am I going ahead and stepping into? Who am I? No chaos. I appreciate you guys. You guys have an amazing Thursday. Uh, we are rocking and rolling. It is the next day of the World Voice Summit. Super excited. Yes, we're in 20. We got 9 more days after this, guys. 9 more days, 2 more panel discussions. We have one this Saturday and then one next Saturday. I'm super excited about. And then, man, we are moving and shaking. I look forward to seeing you do some phenomenal things. But take that time with self today and determine who you going to answer to. Are you going to allow somebody to change who you are and your label and your title out of their fear? That part. There's so many other things that we can talk about when it comes to that story. I'm not going to do it. We'll never get off this live stream. So, with that being said, take that part. But I need y'all to take that time with self today. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have an amazing Thursday, like I said. And until next time, guys, don't forget to press it out. See ya.